Greetings, soul family. I'm getting on because I missed you guys, and I just wanted to let you all know that you are loved and created divinely, and everything that's happening to you is a blessing. Look at every lesson as a blessing, okay? And just be prepared, because we are shifting and things are happening that has never happened before. People are waking up all over the world, and I'm just here to be a part of the process and help out however I can. And on that note, I wanted to briefly talk about some of the things that you can do when you are on a spiritual awakened path, when you become awoke and aware, okay? A lot of times people who are just taking this path, who don't know where to start, sometimes they get discouraged, they get depressed. They're like, okay, I'm learning these things, but nobody around me understands what I'm going through. You know, where can I go for help? What can I do? The path that you're on is an individual path, okay? Everybody awakens in their own way for their own reasons. You're a unique individual. That's not going to change once you become aware that you're a part of the collective consciousness. That's not going to change once you realize that we are all one. Because even though we are all one, we are each specially designed individually to add a specific part of this whole process. And without us, it can't ascend. Okay? The ascension is within each and every one of us. And we all have a unique role to play. And because we are all absolutely necessary for this ascension, for existence in itself, this is why we are a part of Source. This is why we are so important. This is why we should treat each other like we're little pieces of God. You know what I mean? I like when I see young men greet each other like, what's up, God? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I honor the God in everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. And my whole point is, don't feel as though you're alone when you're going through your spiritual awakening. I'm going to give you a couple things that you can do to help you get centered, to help you start to really get to know yourself, because you're not the same person that you were before you became aware. Before you became aware, you were in a robotic state. You were in a programmed state of mind, okay? And for the first time in your life, you're now thinking for yourself. You're now looking for the answers from within instead of looking outwardly for answers. So when that takes place, you start to experience isolation. You start to feel lonely. This process is called the dark night of the soul. You go through a deep depression because you're like, I've been lied to. I've been doing what everybody else wanted me to do and not living for myself. And naturally, you're going to go through that. But that phase will pass. Everybody takes however long they need to go through their dark night of the soul. For me, it took me literally like a month, you know, to really just come up out of it and find the beauty in now knowing. Because there's beauty in knowing the truth. You know, nobody wants to be lied to. Nobody wants to live a lie. Your best bet is to be aware and to pay attention to what's going on around you. Even though, yes, you're still going to do your normal day-to-day things. You're still in the matrix, sure, until you can completely rise above it. But being aware that it's happening, that's half the battle. So, you know, I pat you on the back. I commend you for becoming aware and waking up to the reality that, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of the things that we get hell bent out of shape over is not important. What's important is what's in your heart. You should live from your heart space. You should focus on balancing your chakras, your 7 energy centers, meditation, getting out into nature. These are the real things that matter, believe it or not. So, I say that to also say, when you are on this journey, here's a few things you can do that can assist you in getting to know the new you. Get yourself a astrology report. Get a birth chart done. Okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to gather all these resources, and I'm going to do another video sometime later on today with all these different websites for people beginning their spiritual awakened journey. Okay? After you get your birth chart, get a numerology chart done. Okay? Because what these things are going to do, they're going to allow you to truly get to know your avatar. Okay? Pre-birth, we selected these avatars. Just like before you start playing a video game, you have to select your character. Okay? You have to select the character that best fits what you're trying to do. What character has the best gifts, the best talents, all these different things you pre-selected. But once we come here, we go through a veil of forgetfulness, and we forget who we are and why we even chose this avatar. Everybody has different specific talents, and they also have things in them that are going to be challenging that they have to overcome. This is where your karmic lessons come into place. But you can always maneuver through these karmic lessons easier when you have pre-knowledge, when you've done your research about who you are. So this is the research phase. You want to get real clear about who you are, what your special gifts and talents are, what your struggles might be, what your challenges are, okay? You want to learn what your life path is. Your life path is going to help you develop your life purpose so you can know which direction is the most beneficial for you to go through, okay? And then you can start to hone in on your skills and channel into that frequency so that things will become less stressful for you. Instead of fighting against the current all the time, now you're actually flowing with the current, okay? To fight against the current means, maybe you're an excellent artist, but instead you keep doing things in the corporate world. You keep working, as a accountant, a corporate accountant, and you're really a wonderful artist. You're supposed to be a painter or a singer or a dancer, or you're supposed to, run an art studio or art gallery. Or, you're supposed to be doing something creative and generating your revenue that way. Instead, you're an accountant and you're unfulfilled. You make good money, but you're so bored, you're so unhappy, and you're just wasting your talents. So getting an astrology and a numerology report will help you to identify your talents. Let's identify who you are and what you came here to do. So, that's one of my first recommendations when you become spiritually aware. The next thing you should do is start studying how to meditate. Okay? Meditation is just another word for prayer. Only with prayer, you're using words. It's not wrong with using words, because in meditation, you can use affirmations and mantras and chants. But in prayer, it's a religious overtone to it that if you transformed your prayer into a more meditation prayer. You can literally tap into yourself more. Prayer, in a religious sense, makes you look outward for your healing, to feel secure, for your inner knowing. So how can you look outward for what you know inwardly? So meditation helps you look inward. Because always remember, the answers to all your questions come from you. Only you know what's best for you. And when you forget that, this is when you are falling into program. That's when the matrix has really got you by the balls, But let's try to search up meditations, beginning guided meditations, okay? Start there. Start learning to quiet your surroundings. Turn the TV off. Stop watching TV. Like literally, stop watching TV. Stop watching the news. All this is systematic programming that's going to keep you more and more connected to the matrix. It's difficult to ascend when you have so many distractions. The next thing you should do is get out in nature. Take your shoes off and walk through the grass. Learn about gardening. Plant some seeds. Let some flowers grow in your backyard if you can. If you don't have a backyard, get out to a local park. Sit with nature. Sit with the squirrels and the birds and the bees and the butterflies. Let everything just, be around you. Don't get afraid. One of the things that I still struggle with is fear of insects and rodents. I'm trying to send those creatures all the love and light that I can, and I'm trying not to be afraid. Like if something lands on me, like, the old me would be like, oh my God, there's a bug on me. Now I'm just like letting the butterfly sit on me, letting the beetle sit on me until it decides it wants to leave. But I'm realizing, like, if I'm in a calm, peaceful state, I'm vibrating at such a, high frequency to where I'm now connecting with nature. Nature wants to gravitate towards me. So look at it as a beautiful thing. When a bug lands on you, it's because they feel safe with you, So, you just literally want to do these things to start your journey on a good foot. You want to be in a high vibrational positive energy, okay? And like I said, I'm going to put together some resources, and I'll do a quick video about some places that you can get information, some books that you can read, websites you can go to, and just some more ideas to build on helping people on their spiritual awakened path. And I appreciate you for watching this video. Have a wonderful day in love and light. Hotep.